So, good morning, everyone. Myself, Suraj. So, I'll be doing a presentation on human rights violation. Uh, so, so we'll be talking about this case called Case X. So, this case has happened in UK. So, I'll basically brief about the case. So, what happened is there is this 14-year-old girl who got raped by her neighbor by force. And then she got pregnant because of that. She couldn't do anything about it, and then she got pregnant. And then the case involved a 14-year-old girl. Her name is mentioned as X because they don't want to disclose the name of the girl because there's a lot of problems if the girl's name or the identity is revealed to the internet or the media. So the girl was raped by her neighbor in December 1991, and she became pregnant. The girl told her mother. The girl thought, we don't have to abort this baby, and then she had suicidal thoughts because the baby is not there because of her own will. So the girl had suicidal thoughts because of the unwanted pregnancy. The pregnancy was unwanted because she was raped, basically. So it was unwanted. And then the girl didn't want the baby. And then in 1991, abortion was illegal in the UK. It's still illegal in many places in the world, even in 2024. It's still illegal in India. It's legal till some extent, but then basically it's almost illegal because if the couple have a girl child, they'll abort the baby in the womb itself. So that's not good. So the abortion process was illegal in the UK in 1991, and then the family didn't want the baby because family pressure and what the society will think about the people. So the family didn't want the baby because it's unwanted. So the plan since the abortion is illegal in the UK, they plan to travel abroad for the abortion. So they reported the rape to the Guardia and asked whether it is possible to have scientific tests carried out on the retrieved fetal tissue with a view to determining the identity of the rapist. So basically, what happened is there's no proof that the neighbor raped the girl because there's no proof. There was no CCTV cameras. There's basically no proof. So what they could do is they could file a complaint against the man, but then there's no evidence that that man raped the girl. So what they tried to do is they tried to get the DNA reports out of the fetus, and then they appealed to the judges, appealed to the court, stating that this man must be prosecuted, this man must be arrested. And when they didn't want the baby, and then they asked the judges to make the abortion legal, or they let the girl travel to the other country to get the abortion. But then the director of public prosecution was consulted, and he in turn contacted the attorney general. Following an application by the AG, the court issued an interim injunction ex parte. This injunction restrained the girl from traveling outside Ireland or for carrying out an abortion. So, since the pregnancy was unwanted, the girl wanted a abortion. So here, the girl's human rights is violated. They didn't let the girl travel to the country. So the right to travel is just gone for the girl. The right to freedom, the right to get an abortion, because even if she has the baby, she has to take care of it. There's no support for the baby when she has the baby after the pregnancy. So she didn't want the baby, so she wanted an abortion. Here, the right to freedom is violated. Right to travel is violated. Right to speech is violated. Right to many things is violated. So the family returned home to fight the injunction because the High Court didn't let them do it. The High Court didn't want them to get the abortion, or they didn't let the girl travel abroad to get the abortion. So many rights are violated here. So on February 17th, the High Court judge ruled that the injunction prohibiting the girl traveling for an abortion should be extended till until birth. So there's no point in doing that, right? This was despite hearing evidence that the girl was suicidal, owing to the pregnancy. So the having a pregnancy is very hard, and when a girl is pregnant and she has to abort the baby, it's very hard for the girl, and then she'll have a lot of suicidal thoughts. So, and then the court didn't care about it, and they just wanted to, make the girl have the baby. They didn't let the girl travel abroad to get the abortion or to, they just violated every single right she has. Having weighed the evidence regarding the girl's life versus fetus life as dictated by the Eighth Amendment, this case was the main reason for the the world law to have this law called Eighth Amendment, which states that if the mother's health is at risk, if the girl's health is at risk, including suicidal thoughts or suicide, she is allowed to have an abortion. She is allowed to abort the baby. So this is the case which brought that amendment in. So the judge in the Supreme Court they took the case to the Supreme Court. They came to the conclusion that the risk that the defendant may take her own life if an order is made is much less of a different order to magnitude that certainly that the life of an unborn will be terminated if the order is not made. Yeah, that's what I said. So if the girl's life is at risk, if the mother's life is at risk, she can have the abortion, she can abort the baby, she can it's basically her choice. No one can bias her, no one can influence her to make the decisions. It is the mother's own choice to have the baby or not to have the baby. Because mother's mental health is very important. Then mental health is very important. So it is her choice to have the abortion or not. Having had regards to the rights of the mother, in this case, the court's duty to protect the life of an unborn requires it to make the orders out. So the High Court basically violated all the rights the mother had, the girl had. So the Supreme Court made this amendment that she can have the abortion. So in 1992, the Supreme Court overturned the decision of the High Court and allowed the girl to travel to Scotland for an abortion on the basis that there was a real and substantial risk. The girl was not playing because if she had the baby, there's a lot of risk which came with that because the girl could have died in the process of delivering the baby. The girl could have died. So the Supreme Court let the girl go to London to have get the abortion, and then later on, she basically had an abortion, but then it was miscarried. The girl miscarried the child. So what happened to the groom? The High Court violated the right to travel, the right to life, the right to freedom. Most of the rights the girl had was violated. So the Supreme Court overturned the decision of the High Court and they gave all the rights she basically they gave all the rights she deserved. So it is understood that she subsequent to the risk, as I said, the right to travel for an abortion was enshrined in the Constitution. The ruling also clarified that the abortion is legal where there is a real and substantial risk of the loss of a woman's life, including vice versa. Yeah, the mother's mental health, as I said, is very important. And then if she wants to have the abortion, the court must allow the girl to have it. But legislation to clarify the parameters of the rights came only 21 years later with the Protection of Life During Pregnancy Act 2013. Yeah. So what happened to the man who did this? The man in the X case, named at the time to protect X's identity, the girl's identity, was named in 2002 as Sean O'Brien. In 1994, he was tried to convicted defilement of a girl under 15 and was sentenced to 14 years in prison. Appeal reduced to appeal for 4 years. So the man was convicted. He was given 14 years in jail for ruining the girl's life, for ruining the girl's mental health. Yeah, basically ruining everything. So he was sentenced for 14 years old. So what we learn from this case is Uh, the what we learn from this case is the court. You can, if there is a proper reason, you can do what you want. If there is no reason and you just want to have an abortion, you just can't do that. And then, yeah, the courts also violate your rights, but then you just shouldn't go. So we will end here. So thank you very much.